It's the What a Weird Week show. Mariah Carey sued again? Friday, November 3rd, 2023.
Hi, everybody, it's Weird.
This is like crazy being here.
Really weird tales.
Well, I got a great show for you today with some wonderful weird stuff.
Hi, friends. I'm Scott. This is the What a Weird Week show, a top 10 countdown of weird news. If you want show notes or other stuff like that, shownotes.page, shownotes.page. This is Season 4, Episode 58, first published on Friday, November 3rd, 2023. Mariah Carey sued again.
10.
This week, I'm kind of playing catch-up on a few stories because last week it was our Halloween special. So kicking things off at number 10 is the heroic world record where a bunch of people did a shot of booze off a ski. There are a couple of ski resorts who have a bit of a back and forth going, like a friendly competition over this shot ski world record for most people doing a shot off a ski. Last week, Park City, Utah set a new one. Here's how they did it. First, you glue 1,700 rubber shot glass grippers onto skis, and then the 500 and something pairs of skis get fastened together, and then you form a giant line of people down the street holding onto these skis, ready, set, go, tip the giant Franken ski and do a shot together. The world record is 1,363 people doing a shot ski at once. They did this for charity. A resort in Colorado is hoping to take back the record in December, so to be continued.
9.
Okay, number 9 is another catch-up story. The loudest house cat purr in the world. Bella the cat from the UK can purr somewhat loudly, and that is a world record, you guys. I don't know. I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's a bit of a loud purr, but when you hear world's loudest cat purr, I picture paintings falling off the wall. Babies down the street are crying because of this cat purr. It's not that. Bella purrs at 54.59 decibels, which when you look that up, 50 decibels is a quiet conversation, a quiet residential street, a moderate rainfall, 50 decibels. That's Bella the cat. Here, I'll play the thing.
This is an official attempt for the loudest purr by a domestic cat. Nicole, Bella, are you ready?
Yes, we are.
The minimum that you had to achieve today was 50 decibels air-weighted. I can now confirm that you achieved 54.6 decibels air-weighted. Congratulations, you are officially amazing.
You are listening to the What a Weird Week show. Thank you for doing that.
8.
Next, we're catching up on the glass dancing world record as reported by Hoops Hooper at UPI. A man in Cyprus did a dance while balancing 319 wine glasses on his head. That's a new world record. The 62-year-old fella doesn't even do it full time. He has a day job, and then, in his spare time, he breaks wine glass dancing world records. If you want to try to beat the record, I would recommend, number 1, I'm not a pro at this, but maybe start with plastic cups first. The rules are that you have to keep the glasses balanced for at least 10 seconds while dancing. So if you're going for that record, 10 seconds. You got this. Plastic cups first. Just a suggestion. I don't want to put you in a box on this. It's just a suggestion.
7.
Okay, number 7, another one that got bumped for the Halloween episode last week. The headline from Business Insider. A man posed as a mannequin in a shop window to steal jewelry after hours, Polish police say. This happened at a mall in Warsaw, Poland. A 22-year-old suspect posed in the shop window until he thought the coast was clear, and then he tried to steal jewelry and stuff. I don't know if it was a sudden, like they say it's nearly closing and a sudden decision to wait, I'm going to try this. Or the suspect, alleged thief, practiced at home, being very, very still until he thought he perfected the mannequin method of thievery. Either way, he must have forgotten about the security cameras because it didn't take them that long to track down, hey, there's some movement there in that shop window. Oh, okay, Let's go arrest them. The article talks about other times, we put the link in the show notes, other times where people tried to use the mannequin approach to stealing. I guess it's not a brand new thing. If you want to read that, shownotes.page. Weird, weirder, weirdest. This is the What a Weird Week show.
6.
Bears try to steal minivan, escape arrest. This happened in North Carolina. 3 bears got into a minivan and then got locked inside somehow. Did they actually try to steal the minivan? I'm going to say 100% yes. You can't trust bears, you guys. Imagine, though, you're called to the scene. They called the authorities. There are 3 unhappy bears in a minivan, and you have to get them out. Well, first the windows were fogged up. They didn't exactly know what they were dealing with. And then a big paw, they describe it as a big paw, slaps the window. And everyone is surprised. Wow, that's the mama bear in there. Well, what do? They got a long piece of rope, tied it to the door handle, got a distance away, and then pulled the rope, opened the door. The bears got away. Bears seem okay. The interior of the car, not so much okay. Very much not okay.
5.
Number 5 is possible Spider-Man world record. Organizers think they got 2,000 people dressed as Spider-Man gathered together in Buenos Aires. That would be a new world record, but it has to be confirmed by the Guinness Book of World Records. The old record, 685 people dressed as Spider-Man. The record attempt helped out a charity. That's always nice when you hear that. And the drone footage is quite impressive. I don't want to say, because, I do make 0.4 of a cent every time you click the show notes page, shownotes.page, but I'll save you a click. A bunch of people dressed as Spider-Man. I don't know if I did it justice, really, you guys. You might want to check the video. Hi, friend. Thank you for checking out the What a Weird Week show. It's a top 10 of weird news.
4.
All right, our number 4 story is earmuffs for the kids. Earmuffs maybe for you too, because it's kind of gross. How about you put on one pair of earmuffs, you put another pair of earmuffs on any children, and then over that first pair of earmuffs on the children, put a second pair of earmuffs. A charity shop thrift store in the UK had to post this on their social media the other day. Please stop donating grown-up happy fun time toys. I'm paraphrasing. That's not what they called them, grown-up happy fun time toys. You know what I mean, though. Why would somebody donate that kind of thing to a thrift store? Did they think it was funny, maybe? Or did they really think they were doing some good charity work by donating a box of those? A box of Love Machine Tingle Boppers, I think, was one of the brand names I saw. I'm not sure about that. I might have that wrong. Anyway, stories like this make me uncomfortable, but it's weird, and we reported it. Now let's move on. Oh, I did put a link in the show notes to the charity shop, just if you'd like to help them out, what they're about and stuff. You can find out more.
3.
Number 3 is a headline from the folks at the Guinness Book of World Records. Colossal cup of smelly instant noodles sets record in China. A food company in China made a giant cup of rice noodles, which, that sounds delightful to me, but then the noodles are described as smelly noodles, which I had never heard of before, and it sort of put a damper on things for me. Why smelly? The official record is largest cup of instant rice noodle ever made. The cup was over 4 feet tall and weighed 112 pounds. The world record ingredients for the traditional smelly rice noodles: vinegar, chili oil, peanuts, sour bamboo shoots, dried tofu skin, and bean curd sticks. After they set the record, the staff at the company ate those noodles. So I guess they were palatable. This thing about smelly noodles, which, if you're like me and had never heard of them before, they, according to the Guinness World Records folks, the bamboo shoots, the sour bamboo shoots, give off the most offensive of all the aromas that this dish has to offer. They get into more detail about what it smells like. It's, one of the smelly things that nobody likes to smell. I don't want to get gross, but anyway. Look, they're accurately named smelly noodles. After reading the article, I'm confident that they named them correctly. Smelly noodles. Thank you for being here. This is the What a Weird Week show where we count down 10 weird items from this week's news. Our number 2 story is about a pig named Kevin Bacon who escaped from his Pennsylvania home, and he has returned after 17 days on the loose. I know, you see these stories all the time, and at first I was like, okay, catchy name, funny pig story, but there's a bit more to this one. The actor, Kevin Bacon, put the missing pig report on his social media. So that's number 1. You got a major star attached. So now you got my attention. And in what I assume would be a controversial move, for some people anyway, the owners of the pig, 200-pound pig, by the way, the owners made up a homemade knockout bun full of Benadryl, a sticky bun full of Benadryl, and left it out for Kevin Bacon, the pig. Another unusual move was that the pig owners made a new pen after Kevin Bacon had already escaped. You don't get that every day either. So a lot of these little factors come into this story, and all of a sudden I'm like, okay, you've got my attention, pig story. Kevin Bacon must have liked this new pen they made, by the way, because after the delicious sedative-filled sticky bun went missing and the owners figured, okay, well, we got to go find Kevin the pig. He's sleeping it off somewhere. They found Kevin Bacon in his new pen. Just a heck of an adventure. This portion of the show brought to you by Benadryl, not just for humans anymore. Honorable mention. We don't have a last week recap this week. Last week was our Halloween special. The episode is still online if you want to check it out. Terrifying. Put the link in the show notes. We do have an honorable mention this week, though, and it goes to the staff at BuzzFeed, who are promoting a delicious croissant candle that costs around $65. The comments are what sold it for me. Not that I can afford, I use the term sold it for me loosely. I can't afford a $65 candle. Charlotte F. writes, wow. I was so excited for this candle drop ever since my first sniff, LOL, of the perfume. The candle arrived so quickly and was actually bigger than I was expecting. I got the smaller one. Smells just like the flaky, buttery goodness of the lotion bar and fragrance. Buying the bigger size candle next. Well, there's a lot to take in there, but obviously, someone who has been true to the croissant-scented products. Here's another one. Miguelito. I hope I got that right. Anyway, I love your review. Don't let your dreams be dreams. I've always dreamed of my entire home smelling like the best bakery ever. Well, now it does, and I'm never going back. Look, it's not an affiliate link, but we do have a link to this candle that smells like baked goods. If you want to check it out, it's in the show notes, shownotes.page. Hang on, we're on our way to the number 1 story of the week. The What a Weird Week show, serving up 10 weird things.
1.
All right, our number 1 story this week from the weird news is the day after Halloween, Mariah Carey announced that it was time once again to enjoy her song, All I Want for Christmas Is You. It's the song that famously took 15 minutes to write, and it makes Mariah Carey around $3 million every year. She is also being sued again over that song. We reported on the first lawsuit last year in the summer in July. It's basically the same suit refiled. Vince Vance and the Valiants had a song called All I Want for Christmas Is You before Mariah Carey had her song. In my expert opinion, citation needed here, I'm not an expert, they're not similar at all other than the title. The writers of the Vince Vance song want $20 million though, and they're suing for copyright infringement. The lawsuit quote from the article, this one's pretty good, you guys. I'm not a lawyer, but listen to this. Carey has, without licensing, palmed off these works with her incredulous origin story, as if those works were her own. Her hubris, knowing no bounds, even her co-credited songwriter doesn't believe the story she has spun. This is simply a case of actionable infringement. That's pretty intense. I don't think this lawsuit is going to go far, but very interesting. Something to watch. We put a link to the lawsuit article in the show notes, and also the last lawsuit. There was a great rundown by the Can't Wait for Christmas podcast, so we put a link to that as well. And you can watch Mimi start Christmas 2023. We put a link to that video. So if you don't have a chance to click, it is Mariah Carey encased in ice, Halloween time, And then the clock rolls over and it's suddenly November the 1st, and she hits that glorious note and the ice breaks. She is freed from the block of ice, and it's officially Christmas time. That's my summation of the video. All right, I think that's all we can play without getting some sort of copyright strike. That is the What a Weird Week show. For show notes and more, go to shownotes.page. Appreciate your being here. And thank you to you friends on the stream. Every weekend, we're one of the things you can hear on Funhouse Radio. Ask your smart speaker to play Funhouse Radio or see the link in our show notes. We'll catch you next Friday for another countdown of weird news on What a Weird Week.